Joining us now, he's of course a Lok Sabha MP from Thiruvananthapuram, and it's great to have you on the program today. And a reason for the Congress to smile, Shashi Tharoor, given the emphatic win in Kerala. First, your thoughts, on Kerala itself. Did you expect it to be such a big win?
No, we expected it to win, but I don't think any of us, with perhaps the exception of one of my colleagues, actually would ever have said 100. That really is an extraordinary result. It's historic, it's unprecedented, and in many ways it's a mandate for a dramatic change. It really has been sobering. To give you one example, the CPM had never lost in 50 seats in the entire century. And now suddenly they have lost a dozen of those seats for the first time. It's quite 15 of those seats for the first time, quite unprecedented. And for us to have 102 gives us a resounding mandate from the public and gives us, frankly, the capacity for a very stable and effective government in the years ahead.
Can I also ask you about Tamil Nadu and, Vijay's big win there and how you look at that? And also whether, as your colleague in the Congress, Praveen Chakravarti, told us earlier today, he saw it as a missed opportunity for the Congress, which, because he said there was a section of the party, including Rahul Gandhi, that were open to an alliance with Vijay. So was Vijay. But because there were as he put it, there was a generational divide in the party and some of the older leaders preferred staying on with the DMK, it was a missed opportunity. Do you agree with that?
Maybe I've heard this, but I should stress that I don't deal with Tamil Nadu. Others may have...
Just as an observer.
Greater direct involvement. I will say that I see no particular wrong done in having remained a loyal ally to a party that you've just fought the last Lok Sabha elections with, hand in hand, and where the DMK was instrumental in the success of many Congress MPs. It would have been entirely logical that the Congress felt there was a case for remaining loyal to the ones you have actually just fought a battle with. So I don't really see a problem with that. In any case, as you know, with all of these situations, you can review your options at each appropriate twist or bend in the road. And if there is such an invitation, I'm sure that the Congress Party will consider it carefully, even now.
शशि जी, आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, केरलम के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें प्रॉमिस की गई हैं आपके यूडीएफ की तरफ से, खासतौर से इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की बात भी कही गई है, 10,000 एंटरप्राइजेज, मिशन समुद्रा एंड जॉब क्रिएशन, मेनी थिंग्स. व्हाट्स गोइंग टू बी ऑन द एजेंडा फर्स्ट? क्या सबसे पहले सरकार वहाँ पे फोकस करेगी?
देखिए, इस जवाब तो मुख्यमंत्री को देना पड़ेगा जब उनका नाम पता चल जाएगा. लेकिन मैं सिर्फ आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि मेरे ख्याल में केरला के वी कैन नॉट कंटिन्यू विद बिजनेस एज यूजुअल, क्योंकि हमारी स्थिति, हमारे अर्थव्यवस्था की स्थिति बहुत बुरा है. हम जैसे देखते हैं आजकल स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का जो फिस्कल सिचुएशन है कैलेमिटस है, बहुत सीरियस रिफॉर्म करने की ज़रूरत है. और इसके लिए अगर आपको नए रेवेन्यू जनरेशन चाहिए तो इन्वेस्टमेंट ले आने की बड़ी ज़रूरत है. बिना इन्वेस्टमेंट से ग्रोथ नहीं होगी, बिना ग्रोथ से आप रोज़गार नहीं दे सकेंगे हमारे युवाओं को. भारत में सारे राज्यों में कश्मीर के बाद हाईएस्ट यूथ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट केरला में है. तो इस स्थिति में आगे जाना बिल्कुल नामुमकिन है. और मेरे ख्याल में ये तो कोई भी सरकार के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए. मेरे ख्याल में यही होगा केरला के आगे जाने वाले रास्ते में सबसे महत्वपूर्ण प्रायोरिटी यही होगी कि हम अर्थव्यवस्था, इन्वेस्टमेंट, ग्रोथ, एम्प्लॉयमेंट, तो इस किस्म की चीज़ों, इस पे हमें एक्शन लेना पड़ेगा और काफ़ी जल्दी, क्योंकि इस किस्म के मैंडेट का संदेश यह है कि आपको पूरा स्टेट आपके हाथ में